Look at you. Your life is meaningless without a fire. I believe it is the end of another month, and it's a very special month because it's the month of the Hunger Games. So let's talk about March. I feel like if I had an intro, that would be the part that it went in. So not a whole lot else happened this month. It was just like all about the Hunger Games. My friends and I had been counting down. I was like sitting in the theater like this is happening. But I'm not really gonna talk about the Hunger Games movie until I make my Hunger Games video, which I've been slacking on videos like big time, but I have a haul, so I mean, come on. But aside from that, also on March 23rd, it was the release of the Breaking Dawn Part 2 trailer. I thought it was good, you know, like it was fine. The part that I really liked was like the end of the trailer when there's a deer and then Bella is like in the trees. She's all like, "I will eat you, dear." And there's also the Host teaser trailer, which I personally did not know was happening. Also, this month was kind of an accomplishment because I reached 600 subscribers now, and it's like 620 or something now. I owe a bunch of those to Lizzie Books because she mentioned me in like half of BookTube news. I was like spotlighted and it was awesome. In the same video as Priscilla, the Readables, so that makes it even more better. And I also have like 150 something friends on Goodreads now, so it's progress all the way around. Let's talk books. I did not really read them all in the order that I said I was going to at the beginning of the month, and I also added one, which is Lord of the Flies by William Golding. This was actually an English class, so I can't really say that, you know, I took the time and read it, but I did have it, yeah. I also watched the movie, like the black and white one, was from the 50s or the 60s, and it was good, but the acting is awful, like awful acting. No. I did not watch the 80s version though, which I'm kind of interested to see now. I just haven't really taken the time. Next, I stayed home sick and read Speak by Laurie Anderson. I still haven't seen the movie for this, although I've seen the trailer and it looks pretty well done. I remember watching it like way back when I was really little, but I don't remember it that well. So I can't really say that I've seen the movie from start to finish, but it looks pretty good, and I gave this 5 stars because it was awesome. One thing I really liked about Speak was the poetic writing style. It was like very like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know, it was weird. Next, I dragged my way through Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I think we all know my feelings on this. I mean, looking back at it now, it was really good, but it was just slow and so boring at sometimes, but it was okay. And I'll probably end up reading the sequel, Pandemonium, in the summer or something. Delirium also had a very poetic writing style, and it was slow in a different way than Speak, because this was like a dystopia type of thing, and I guess I just expected it to be a lot more interesting than it was. It was very drawn out. Also, in my review of Delirium, I noticed that I said Lena/Lena 2 different ways, and I still haven't decided, but I like Lena better, so I'm gonna go with I don't know. Next, and this is probably the one that I was most looking forward to this month, was Plague by Michael Grant. This is the 4th book in the Gone series. Gone, Hunger, Lies, Plague, Fear, and Light. It's like a thing in my head now. I gave this 5 stars because it's the Gone series, and it is just my favorite series at the time, and Fear is like, Plague was my favorite of them all, and my favorite cover, and everything inside is my favorite of them all, so Plague. After that, in preparation for the Hunger Games movie, I read The Hunger Pains, which is a parody by the Harvard Lampoon. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I think it is like hilarious. I have stuff underlined everywhere. Yes, I did just whack myself in the face. I hope you noticed. I think this is one of the best parodies that I have ever seen. I love the cover because like it's, I don't know, this is just like so creative. And how they did all the characters like Slimy, Slimy Sue, Can't Kiss Never Clean, Carol, as in Gail because they're both girl names and Gail's like dude. I think it was really funny, but it's not like that wow 5-star material type of thing, you know. It's just like a fun little light parody without really making fun of the Hunger Games. Like it's not a mean type of thing, it's just like a let's make fun of the things we love, I guess. Although there are a few Battle Royale references, which is a whole other controversy that I'm not going to get into. So I know what I said. I said that I was going to read Fear and then Looking for Alaska because I had spring break this month and I thought it was going to be like, oh, getting stuff done, but that didn't happen. Like, I did not accomplish anything over spring break. Except, like, never mind. I did not get much done in this. I'm filming this Friday the 30th. So I'm definitely, I promise, I'm going to finish this before April 3rd and have my review up around the release date because this is like a big opportunity that I don't want to just be like, oh, never mind to. Although I really don't want to make promises, so you know. Still, this comes out next Tuesday. Are you excited or what? I'm not gonna say a word about Fear until my review. So this will be done eventually. And I did not really start reading Looking for Alaska like at all. So I'm going to be kicking off April with Looking for Alaska by John Green. I seem to recall a month ago or so me saying I will make room for Looking for Alaska. I didn't. Okay, I didn't. So as for April, this will be the first one on the list. Next, in preparation for The Serpent's Shadow on May 1st, I will be reading The Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan, which the first one is The Red Pyramid and the second one is The Throne of Fire. I find it ironic that the Throne of Fire is blocking your view of the fire. Interesting. So those are my 3 for the month. I'm kind of just more excited for May. Also this month we got our cover for the Kill Order. Woohoo! August 14th. And also the cover for Light, which has already been in another video of mine, but the Light cover by Michael Grant, 6th in the Gone series. And I did actually do some spending this month. As you guys should know, the final Artemis Fowl book is coming out in July. I actually used to be a really big fan of Artemis Fowl, and then I don't know, I guess I just grew out of it, which is dumb to say. But I sold my copies and I have forgotten everything since, so guess what? I'm going to be rereading Artemis Fowl by Eoin Colfer. God, I don't know how to say that name, and I feel like everyone else does, but I don't because I don't take the time to look it up. But I will eventually, but I'm just gonna call him Mr. Colfer. I got Artemis Fowl by Mr. Colfer. Also, the sequel, Arctic Incident. By the way, yes, these are the new covers. It's the sequel to Artemis Fowl, obviously, and the Eternity Code, which is the 3rd in the series. So I'll also have to get the other 3 so I can get the 7th when it comes out because I like doing that stuff. But yeah, I got those. Also this month I picked up The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. People have been talking about this for about the past year or 6 months, I guess. And I've always kind of been interested in the Boston Ripper stuff. What is happening to my voice? So I got this, and I've heard that Maureen Johnson is an amazing author. I've also heard, and kind of know for a fact, that David Levithan is an amazing writer, but I've only read Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, which was co-written with Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. So I got Every You, Every Me by David Levithan. It's rather short, but I don't think it's gonna be like quick and easy to get through because there's like stuff crossed out and there's pictures. It looks like a very complicated story. I'm looking forward to this, but I'm hesitant. Also, another recommendation from John Green. I got the statistical that's what I get for trying to talk fast. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. There you go. I'm honestly not a big love story fan, but if John Green said it was good, then it's good. Enough said. Also, I'm gonna be jumping on the bandwagon of another kind of not very popular series. It is Deadly Little Secrets by Laurie, Faria, Stolarz. I'm not a big fan of the covers of these, like they all kind of look the same to me, but it's whatever. I might end up reading this whole series on the Kindle, but I don't know. I'm not sure if any of you remember back in December when I got crossed but not matched. This is the sequel. Well, I finally got matched. So, there you go. I hope I like matched because I also have cross now. So, you know, I don't want to be a money waster, but I have them both now. I also discovered this month that there is a cover to the third book in that series, which is Reached, and it looks like that. I really don't like how they did the covers. I mean, it's a good idea, but it's not their idea. It was Suzanne Collins who started that with the bird, and then the So for Match, they made her inside the bubble, breaking out of the bubble, broken out of the bubble. I'm sure no one's gonna notice. Also, just as a warning this month, I might be taking a short absence, but it will be totally warned and prepared and thought out. That might be a possibility this month, just so you know, but it's like not gonna be permanent. There's like other stuff that I have to do, which is also why I'm only reading 3 this month. Because when I try to set a goal for more than that, it usually... I will stick to that analogy. So I will probably see you in a couple days or next week or something. I'm gonna make my Hunger Games video, like, eventually, over time. I also have another video that I really need to make soon because I feel bad that I haven't made it. So let's end this ever so awkward time with a lens cap outro.